Hi guys, welcome to the next section, that is Ember Router. Now, we move on to the first video of this section that deals with defining an application route. The router in Ember is responsible for changing the state of the application when a user performs an action. This can be anything from the user changing the URL to hitting the back button in the application. Regardless of what action is performed, the route handler is responsible. It takes the current URL and maps it to the correct route so that it can be displayed to the user. Route handlers take care of rendering templates, loading up the model, and redirecting and transitioning from one route to another. They can also handle actions that occur when the model changes. When loading your application, the router looks at the URL and matches it to the route. We'll go over some basics on how this works. The route map is used to define the URL mappings. Let's take a look at adding a new route using this .route. In a new application, we'll open the router.js file in the app folder. To begin, we will create a new route called about. We will replace the code snippet. Router.map handles the routing of the program. This .route creates the about route. By default, the name of the route will be the same as the path to it. For example, the about route path would be located at /about. We can specifically set the path using path. Instead of having all requests go to /about, let's change the path so they can go to /aboutme. The new route about will be mapped to the URL /aboutme now. To test this, we will create a new template and add a link to helper to our application route. First, we'll create the template. For that, we will type in Ember.js template about command. The Ember CLI generated will create the template for us. This will create the about.hbs file in the app/templates folder. W will add the link to helper to the application.hbs file. Here, we will replace the code snippet. This code creates a new link to the about template in the main application template. We will add a new message to the about template that we just created. Here we will add this line of code. The text will be displayed only when we navigate to this new route. We can now run the server and check the output. We will run Ember Server using the Ember serve command. Let's move to the web browser and click on the About template link. The About route will load and will look like this. At times, you may need multiple levels of routes. You might need templates within other templates. This can be accomplished using nested routes. Let's say that we had about with a nested location and job route. So we will open the router.js in the app folder. We will make these changes in the code here. The router map has the highest level route called about. Underneath this route is the location and job. We will create two templates needed for location and job. For that, let's type in Ember.js template about /location command. Next, we will type in Ember.js template about /job. After that, we will type in Ember.js template about command. This will create the correct location.hbs and job.hbs files in the app/templates/about folder, as well as the about.hbs file in the app/templates folder. Let's overwrite it. For us to be able to access nested routes, we will open and edit about.hbs. Here, we will add outlet for the location and job nested routes. Note how the link to helpers route to about.location. You can link nested routes with the dot notation. The location and job nested routes will render an outlet. Let's save it. Just to make things interesting, we'll update the job and location route templates. First, we'll go to location.hbs file. Here, we will add this line of code. Then, we will open job.hbs file. Here, we will add this line of code and save it. Finally, we'll add a link to helper to the application route. The link to helper will route to about. This will be rendered in outlet. Let's run the Ember Server using the Ember serve command. After running Ember Server, you'll have access to click on the links and go between the routes. It should look similar to this image. If we click on the job link, the URL changes to localhost 4200. The outlet in the About template will then display the job template information. Next, we will see adding a wildcard. You can use wildcards in your routes. This allows you to create URLs that match multiple segments. Let's create a wildcard for any URL that isn't found. In a new project, we will update the router.js file in the app folder. Here, we will add these lines of code. The /* wildcard path will catch all the undefined routes and route them to page not found. We will create a new page not found template. For that, we will go to Windows PowerShell and type in ember.g template page not found command. Now we open page not found template and add this line of code. This route will render in the application.hbs outlet whenever a user navigates to a URL that matches /* and no existing routes match. Now we will add dynamic segments to our About application. One important responsibility of the route is to load a model. In this example, we'll create a simple dynamic segment in the router that lists multiple jobs for the About route. Here, we will add these two lines of code. Now, we will start the server using the Ember serve command. In a new project, we edit the router.js file and add this code snippet. View the output, and we can see that the router map shows an About route and a nested location route below it. The location route is a dynamic segment that starts with and is followed by an identifier. The :location ID identifier will retrieve the model information from the location model. For example, if a user navigates to /about/5, the route will set location ID of 5, so that the location model with the ID of 5 is loaded.